from the Picture That Studios of Arizona. UFC Paris looks terrible. Singapore recap. Rest in peace, Korean Zombie. The latest news with the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
How you doing? Welcome to the show. It's Monday night, the night after the retirement of the Korean Zombie. I'm your host, Mystic Moss, Chris, King of the Dragons, and I will guide you through this glorious journey of MMA-Holes, and it's going to be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We'll talk about the news. We'll talk about the card that happened Saturday. We'll talk about the atrocity that is this Saturday coming up. Another early card, so I'll get your thoughts on that. And, yeah, that's that. All right, how's everyone doing in the chat? Make sure you hit the like button. It's going to be a great night of Monday festivities. What's going on in the chat? How you doing? Who's up in the business right now? And make sure you hit that like button. Thank you. How you doing, Masviballs? How you doing, Aunt Ann? How you doing, Vince? How you doing, Tangy Parham? How you doing, Ninja Choke? Showing some skin again tonight because it's still fucking hot as hell. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot in her. I got my vintage, wonderful, wonderful shirt on. Tank top on here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
God, this is OG, wonderful, wonderful tank that I'm rocking tonight. You know, retro. A little retro action here. Big shout out to the sponsors, MyBookie.ag. The promo code is MMAHOLES for a 50% match on your first deposit. If you're going to place a bet on the fights, on football's coming. What is it, this weekend, right? This weekend, we're kicking it off with the football season, which is kind of crazy. That summer went fast. So 50% off code, MMAHOLES. That's how you could do that. Shout out to MyBookie. They support us, and we support them. And make sure, if you're going to place a bet, do it responsibly. Don't be a knucklehead. Don't be spending money you don't got. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Millions. If you want to get Erin Blanchfield got a win. If you want to get her bra signed, go check out Millions in the description down below. You can support all the athletes on Millions. There's a link in the description. Shop away and support the fighters. ESPN Plus this weekend. If you want to be bored by the Paris card, well, you can watch it by using our link. There is a link in our description down below. Everyone that clicks on that link and gets ESPN Plus can watch the fights and helps out the show. So thank you to everyone for the support by clicking a link. Thank you. Thank you. Foosball is the devil. You don't like football? Oh, yeah, you're not a football fan, but I love football. I'm pumped, man. I'm hyped. I watched a little preseason with Ellie, trying to get Ellie involved in it. I like it. It's once a week, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's start off with last weekend's card, and then we'll roll into this weekend's card. We'll talk about even Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey circling the news of the UFC. Are they coming back for UFC 300? We'll talk about that later in the stream. But right now, let's get into the good stuff over here, as it's a delightful evening to be hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys!
Here we go. So it was a bummer seeing the Korean Zombie. It's Christmas.
My name is Troll, and I'm a special hole. I'm shirtless and alone again. Internet is my only friend.
It's Christmas. Hooray!
I sit and watch MMA. No girlfriend this year, but I have my hand. Sit in front of computer, making fun of people. No avatar to hide my gremlin face. Oh yes, it's Christmas, I am so hideous. Maybe Santa will bring me a pocket pussy.
All I want for Christmas is the new website. When do we get it, and will it have D-Rest's face on the front page since we paid for it?
Yeah, it's going to be called the D-Rest website. Thank you, Tropic Tom. Appreciate you. We are one step closer to phone lines over here. There we go. Shout out to Tropic Tom. Wow, why is that in front of that? Here, let's just do this. Give me a second here. Thank you so much for that donation. That was very kind of you. Yes, it will be the D-Rest website. Here we go. Do this. Boom. Look at that. We're almost there. We're almost there already. For Christmas, I want someone to come over in 2 weeks and babysit because the New York Giants will be playing in Arizona against the Cardinals. So if anyone wants to watch a 2-month-old and a 2-year-old, slide into my DMs, so I could go watch the game, bring Jesse. Be fun. Thank you, Tom, again. Appreciate your support.
That's why I wanted a fan, a sold-out crowd to walk out that tunnel, blow the roof off this place, and look over and see my son like, wow, Dad, that's you. And see the look on his face. Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
Come on, baby.
You make me feel so proud.
Daddy Cowboy. You make me feel so proud. Daddy Cowboy. Daddy Cowboy on a Monday. Don't cry, Daddy Cowboy, don't cry. You're making me feel so proud.
And see the look on his face.
Daddy Cowboy.
Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
Hey, Jason. Thank you, man.
Long live the zombie. I can't believe Gane is only minus 165.
We will talk about that. So I noticed that as well. Right before I went live, I was looking at the line. I know Spivak's on, a 4-fight win streak? 3-fight win streak. And he's finished everybody. Lewis, Sakai, and Greg Hardy. Knockout Greg Hardy, knockout Sakai, submitted Derek Lewis. And I would imagine in this fight, after watching John Jones fight Gane, I would imagine Spivak is going to try to get this damn thing to the ground, right? I would imagine that's what's going to happen. But Ciryl Gane, with the line that close in this fight, you'd be off your rocker not to pick him. I mean, I don't know. What do you think's going to happen in this fight? I mean, Ciryl Gane should do very well. Unless Spivak fucking humps and grinds and drags him down to the ground, I don't think we're going to see a repeat performance. So I hear you, Jason Osada. I hear you, my man. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate you. $6.50. Let's go, champ.
Wonderful.
We got Santonosi.
Speaking of money one shouldn't waste, did you receive your surprise? Also go Bills and go Spivak.
I did notice I got a message today that something's at the box, so I gotta go to the post office and send out the O'Malley card. I gotta go to the doctor and I gotta go to the box tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be very active. Is that from you, Santonosi? I will get it tomorrow, and we will open it, I guess, Wednesday night, or actually no, I might be able to open it for the Contender Series. Thank you, Santonosi. Very kind of you. Look, a very solid young man. That's Santonosi. It's the third PS5. a third PS5 is coming. Let's go, baby. All right, let's get into it, friends. So I mean, yeah, it's so hard to ignore the fact that this line is so close. And it is kind of weird that Spivak is 16-3-0 now. Like, that's pretty wild. There was a time where I was watching Spivak and I was like, man, I don't think this guy's that good. And he has severely proved me wrong. Where was that little skid? Actually, which one was it? It was over here. Yeah, it was the Tabora, and he lost to Walt Harris and Marcin Tabora, right? And, nothing against Walt Harris, but we know what he is. He defeated Taito Iwaza, which looks good, right? An arm triangle on him. Marcin Tabora he's solid, but, look what Tom Aspinall did to him. He was supposed to fight Tom Aspinall, and then he fought Jared Vandera, Alexei Olenek, 2 wins, and then fought Tom Aspinall and got finished. Spivak is most likely going to lose. And I think if I'm going to wait, because it would be hilarious if this is almost a pick'em on Friday. That'd be, but I'm going to wait a little bit. I don't think Gane's going to pull away in the odds, but it's pretty insane. Like, here has him as a minus 175. Let me see how my bookie's got him. I mean, it seems like it's like a steal. Oops, clicked the wrong one. Don't cry, Daddy Cowboy, don't cry. Minus 178. I'll probably put money on Gane. if Spivak upsets this one, holy smokes. Hopefully the line gets a little closer when we get to Friday. I'm hoping the line gets a little closer. But it's kind of crazy, man. Today has been a tremendous day for me. Hell yeah. Sing it, brother. Pale Monkey, sup, y'all. I'm telling you, Moss, brother, Spivak will be the one to beat Jones. Are you? Who said that? Ninja Choke? Stop it. What? First of all, they won't fight. That fight will never happen. And second of all, there's no possible way you believe that. Are you trolling? Oh, okay. I was like, what is happening here? What is happening? You know what? All the upsets that are happening this year, we're going to hear a lot of crazy takes like that, and I don't even know what to believe anymore. 5 gummies and 5 gummies now. I honestly, I just got to take you guys serious because with all these upsets, like, there are going to be knuckleheads out there that actually agree with Ninja. Like if Ninja Choke was in trolling, they would be like, yeah, bro, it's going to happen, you know? I mean, I don't know. I guess 2023 is that year where you can entertain anything. But yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Let me run through this Singapore card real quick. We got B-Man dropping.
Wonderful.
We got B-Man dropping to wonderful 273. Thank you. Thank you, B-Man. That was very kind of you. Look at that. We're getting closer to the phone calls. All right, we hit the goal. We get the phone calls. Very nice. Thank you. All right, let's get into the weekend that has just passed. So 2 weekends in a row where we're going to have early cards. This weekend, way more doable as it's a normal time, right? It's early in the morning, but at least it's not 2 a.m. for us. This event right here, Max Holloway versus the Korean Zombie, well, that started at 2 a.m. Now, the reason why I was kind of hyped for this thing, even though I was running on an hour's sleep, was the Billy Goff fight. Put the plus money bet in. It was an easy bet for us. He's been on the show multiple times, and he did work, man. Hit him with the liver shot. Down goes the Japanese McGregor. I don't know why people are calling him that, but that's what they're saying. He goes down, and Billy gets the win, gets his hand raised in Singapore. Real solid performance by Goff, and that got me super hyped, man. That to open up the card, 3 fights in, we had a fun one there when an MMA Hole goes to war, and we got some money on him. That was exciting. But to open up the card, you had Sungwoo Choi, a unanimous decision over Ahrens. Ahrens didn't look very well. JJ Aldrich destroyed Na Liang. Na Liang is now what, a 14-fight losing streak? I don't know. Anyway, I have no idea how she's still in the UFC. I have no clue. Even picking that fight, that was an easy one because I never thought she was very good. Not like JJ Aldrich is a world beater, but I mean, she's clearly the better fighter. So not surprised by the outcome in that one. JJ Aldrich gets the win. We spoke about Billy Goff. Thank you, Nicole Wilson, for being a god. Did you just become a god black belt? Did it just turn into it, or did you just re-up? But anyway, thank you for being a god black belt. That's the highest form of belts of the chat. The highest form, Nicole. Thank you. Kenan Song got the unanimous decision over Bedoya. That was a pretty solid performance. I didn't expect that one. Alexachuk, we picked him over Inchiquani. He not only won, but he defeated by destruction. In a violent first round between the two, Alexachuk showed that he had a chin. He showed his toughness and finished Inchiquani, and that was another mystical pick. The picks were actually pretty good this weekend for the Mystical Moss. Not surprised because it was a fight night, but we did pretty good on this card. Garrett Arnfield gets the straight right hand win over Kazama, and he's got the face like Aaron Blanchfield, so of course he would win that fight. So he got the job done. Waldo Cortez Acosta ran through Bresky, the Polishman, and I was a little nervous about that prediction, but we got that one right as well. As it was in the beginning, the way it started up, I was like, all right, this guy looks like he has a pretty decent game plan. And then, boom, he's dead. So that was quick. You had Justin Taffa with the knockout win over Porter. That was violent. I felt like it had to happen in that first round for Taffa. And Taffa goes in there, gets his first UFC win. He clearly has power. But he did knock out Parker Porter, who's a tough dude, but he's Parker Porter. So there you go. You got it in the win column. Now, let's talk about Blanchfield and Santos, okay? This fight goes down, and let me put up the UFC stats on this one. Because Santos did what I expected. I expected her to be incredibly tough. That's why I picked Blanchfield by decision. Bang, hit it on the head. Mystical as usual. You know, what else is new? Sonosi says, P.S. My gift isn't a PS5, and I do Labor Day wait. My gift isn't a PS5 and do Labor Day stream. Do a Labor Day stream? Is that what you're saying? Okay, thank you, Mount. Man, 40 months in a row. Thank you, Sonosi, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Appreciate you. All right, so if you go through this by rounds, you see the significant strikes very close, 26-25 for Blanchfield, in favor of Blanchfield, 36-31 total strikes. The second round, 34-32, significant 9, and then 11 for Santos. And then round number 3, significant strikes, 26-19 in favor of Blanchfield, 49-33. As the fight progressed, you know, Blanchfield's like, well, I gotta start turning up. Even though my bridge of my nose is busted, I gotta do something. I can't lose this fight. Very important fight. Santos had a split decision loss to Shevchenko. She proved she could hang with the best, and she put it on, man. The girl is very tough. She's very strong, but the grinding and the grappling of Blanchfield was the difference, and this puts her in play. She's right in the business right now, Blanchfield. There were moments in this fight where you could say, well, she's beatable. She's human. But she did just enough to get the job done. Her hand raised. She got all 3 judges to say she won that fight. But it was a close one. It was tough, man. I mean, it wasn't like she was running over Santos. But Taila Santos gets the loss. Blanchfield has a massive win. And honestly, the biggest win on the card. This thing was massive. Like, she needed to get the job done here. And what did she do? She got all 3 judges to say, you win the fight. So Blanchfield, let me know in the chat. Do you think she's going to be a champ? We got some CBD coming in. CBD. Coming in from Pale Monkey. CBD.
It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you wanted to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
Yeah, baby.
Gotta spend the day with my boss's boss tomorrow. Number 1 bullshit. Foop my life. Let's get blazed.
All right. Well, blaze up. I hope you have a happy high night. Thank you so much for the support. Pale Monkey's been going crazy with the donations. Appreciate you. I recognize that, and I appreciate that. Thank you to Pale Monkey for being wonderful. Thank you guys very much. We are actually getting closer to phone lines. The way you guys are donating. Well, hold on a second here. We are getting closer and closer to phone lines. So 27, got the hundo goal over here. You keep those Streamlabs donations coming in. I will open up the phone lines and talk to you, especially about the Korean Zombie, which we're going to get to in a second here. But right now, I want to know what you guys and gals think of Blanchfield versus Santos. Did you think it was going to go this way? We had a lot of people in our chat saying Santos is going to upset. Watch, you'll see. Santos is too good. Blah, blah, blah. I just didn't listen. And, you know, she lost. But still, Blanchfield was tested. And I think you want to see that from some of these girls that have a lot of hype behind them. She was tested. She was in a 3-round war. And she made the adjustments, slowed the pace down of the fight, and got her hand raised. So honestly, I think Blanchfield will be a champ. She's still very young. Was she 24? So, I mean, she is definitely the type of gal that can show off the gold. Pale Monkey, I have enough. Ha ha ha. I need new hair and nails. Santos was tough as fuck. She was, man. She was. Santos is very long and lanky. It just goes to show you that, you know, Blanchfield, she deserves to be on the top. I was very impressed by Erin Moss Tyler, arguably beat Valentina in the last fight. Erin is the truth and cute. There we go. There you go. A lot of people are talking about the looks of Erin Blanchfield, the attractiveness. Like, she's becoming like this sex symbol. Like, every time that we talk about Erin Blanchfield, a lot of people are out there thinking that she's hot, like they're into her. All right. Okay. It seems like an oddity to me. But there you go. You know? Okay. There you go. That's Erin Blanchfield right there. And, you know, she seems like a fucking cool chick. She seems super cool. She's powered by millions as well. So, you know, she's cool to me. I'm a fan of her fighting style. I'm not sexually attracted, though. Tony Danza, that's not Tony. No, it's Erin Blanchfield. That's not Tony Danza. It's not Tony Danza. She's cute, but she got that goblin look. She reminds me of that actor that was in the Hulk. He's like he was like the bad guy. I think it was the Ed Norton Hulk. What's that? He's a very good actor. He's a short guy with a big schnoz. He's got like a Russian looking face. I don't know the guy's name, but every time I see her, I think of that guy. I don't know. I'm like, I got to get that. Or she reminds me of the midget in Twin Peaks. You know, she reminds me of that midget from Twin Peaks. A little bit of that. But, you know. Yeah, it's you know, people are very attracted to her. So that's going to help. That's going to help her rise. Because if you have an attractive young lady and she's got the skills in the cage to match her attractiveness, well, let's go. You know? You think she looks like Joe Pesci? You think she looks like Patrick Swayze? The reason why people are attracted to her is she doesn't look like a man. That's the bar in MMA. Oh, so you're saying she looks feminine enough. She's... all right, I get it. See, that's how you got to describe it. Got you. An attractive young goblin. You know, it's funny. We're probably going to have this girl on the show and like we're making these jokes. It's terrible. And she probably wouldn't fuck me, so it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. I could basically say whatever I want because I'm pretty sure she'd look at me and be like, what the fuck is that? So, you know, Jennifer Connelly. You think she looks like Jennifer Connelly? Are you trolling? Are you talking about Mr. Orange, bro? Mr. Orange. Thank you, 2 Joints, for being a member. I appreciate you. 18 months. He says, 2 gummies deep. My bowels are hot. Love this channel. Let's go, 2 Joints.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's go with those hot bowels.
That's why I wanted a fan, a sold-out crowd to walk out that tunnel,
B-Man.
blow the roof off this place, and look over and see my son.
Wow,
like,
Dad.
Wow, Dad. That's you. And see the look on his face. Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
You make me proud, man.
Make me feel so proud.
Daddy Cowboy. You make me feel so proud. Daddy Cowboy. Don't cry, Daddy Cowboy. Don't cry. All right, we're getting there. You're making me feel so proud.
And see the look on his
Daddy
face.
Cowboy.
Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
Let's go, B-Man. How you doing?
Can't start the week without daddy.
Thank you for the Daddy Cowboy. The 650 Daddy. 2 Daddy Cowboys in one night. This is a glorious. The people are coming together. They say, we want those phone lines open. We want them open. Wow. Thank you, B-Man. Oh!
I'm the greatest warrior. I'm the greatest fighter of all time. And I believe that with my
Santos
heart
coming.
because I never stop coming. You're going to have to put me to sleep or knock me the fuck out to get me to stop coming.
Sanosi,
Because
what?
I never stop coming. Never stop coming. Coming. Never stop coming.
On a Monday. Never stop coming on a Monday, baby.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Never stop coming.
I'm coming.
Never stop.
Coming. Never stop coming.
I'm coming.
Never stop coming.
That could be one of the most ridiculous ones. That could
UFC 300. I hate to admit it, but Lesnar and Ronda would be the firepower to help elevate it, especially if we don't have JBJ or McGregor. After M, who the next big star? O'Malley. Volk if he continues.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, I just punched in UFC news, and the top 2 biggest stories are Brock Lesnar's return and Ronda Rousey entertaining a return again. Like we went there, it got dismissed. Now we're back into it. Brock Lesnar, Dana White's dismissing it. But like it just never goes away. It just keeps coming back. It seems like people just want to see Brock make one more walk. People want to see Ronda Rousey make one more walk with Amanda Nunes being gone. You know, it's just a complete shit show. It's wild, man. It just goes to show you the star power of those two. I mean, listen, I wouldn't turn it away. UFC 300, I would be down for the shit show. Put him up. Bring back Mark Hunt. Try to get Brock Lesnar to piss clean. I don't know. Rousey Wyatt's been done because it's fun. You know, I'm not even a big Rousey fan anymore. And when she was in the peak of hype, I was a fan. No doubt about it. Like, I did not miss a Rousey fight. Even into from Strikeforce into the UFC, I was a fan. But the Ultimate Fighter kind of made me not as big of a fan. But with that being said, I mean, come on. For the nostalgic reason, you don't want to see Ronda Rousey with that resting bitch face marching through the crowd with that song. And she's just like, oh, fucking me mugging on the way to the cage. Come on. Of course you would want to see that. Even if it's for her to get her ass kicked. Of course you would want to see that. You mean to tell me you don't want to see Brock Lesnar pushing 50, marching down with his traps up to his ears? Of course you would want to see that. The people that say they don't want to see that are just plain out lying, man. You know? If you want to see them win or lose, that's fine. I don't care if you want to see them lose or it doesn't matter. Of course you would want to see that. UFC 300, you want to see a spectacle like that? Give my brother Mike Hunt a shout out. It's his birthday. Mike Hunt! Mike Hunt! Happy birthday. Of course you would watch that. There's no shame in my game. There are certain fights like for instance, it's getting hard to watch Tony Ferguson fights. You know? The guy's got brain damage. It's just tough. It's just tough to get through. You know? Nick Diaz is another one. There's nostalgic, but it's tough. The poor guy's got mental problems. Ronda Rousey's a head case, but my goodness. Watching her trot off to and she said terrible things about us. She doesn't like the MMA-Holes. And I'd still watch. I'd still be down because I want to see the internet explode. I want to see people either shitting on her or cheering her. I want to see it, man. I would love to see that. So I don't know. But let me know in the chat. Would you want to see Ronda and Brock come back? I mean, it's being thrown out there. The odds of it happening are probably slim. Dana White keeps dismissing it, but you just never know. UFC 300 rolls around. I mean, they're trying to put something crazy together. Don't be surprised. Anyway, back into the Singapore situation. We discussed a little Erin Blanchfield. And Erin Blanchfield got the job done. So I think she's going to be a champ. I think she's very good. You got the Rinya Nakamura fight. It went to a unanimous decision. I mean, it was a tough matchup. Anyway, Japan won. Giga. So this fight over here is my second bet. I only had 2 bets on the card. And then I find out afterwards that Caceres broke his arm in the first round. And I don't understand how you could break your arm in the first round and still be fairly competitive. Like, this is kind of crazy. He broke his arm in the first round, right? And in the second round, he outstruck Chikadze. He outstruck him. Third round, like almost even in strikes. Like, he actually was very competitive. Now, he lost the fight. I'm not arguing that, but it was a competitive fight, and I don't hate the underdog pick. And who knows? Listen, Giga Chikadze is a dangerous dude, but massively overrated. He was exposed by Cater, and if he's having problems trying to put out a guy with one arm in Alex Caceres, come on, Giga's not. He's massively overrated. So who knows? If Caceres didn't break his arm in the first round, maybe it would have been a different outcome. But Chikadze had to get in the win column, and he did. Now let me know in the chat. I know. Listen. I know Chikadze is a Georgian. I understand he's got a big fan base, the whole deal, and I was on the train. I've leaped off that train. I am completely gone from that train. But does anyone in the chat think Chikadze could make a run? I mean, anything's possible. So let me know in the chat. What do you think about Giga? What do you think about his performance? Let me know. I would actually watch that put Ronda against Cyborg. Oh, dude, fucking sign me up, man. Sign me up. A one-off fight. Cyborg, Ronda Rousey, the fight that never happened, make it fucking happen. Yes. I mean, Cyborg's kind of on the decline a little, right? So why not? Rousey would never take that fight. If Rousey comes back, she's going to do like the 12th fight against Misha. Although I would like to see Rousey versus Julianna Peña. Because Peña's got the... Yeah, there you go. There you go, K-Dog. I would like to see that. Because Peña's got the connection to Tate. So there's a little bit of hostility. Peña's a little autistic, so she'll fucking say really stupid things in the lead up. I think that'd be fun. Make Cyborg cut to 140. Yeah, you got to drain Cyborg for Ronda to even think about getting in a cage order. Uh-oh. Oh, no. It's Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith is here. Good timing, Anthony. Very good timing. We're about to talk about you.
I wanted to even this out, and this is how I feel about that dirty Brazilian calling me a has-been.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Are you talking about Pereira? So Anthony Smith does it again. No matter which way I pick it, pretty close fight over here. Anthony Smith, and thank you so much, Anthony Smith, for the donation. Anthony Smith does it again. No matter which way I pick, I picked for him against Walker. I pick against him with Span. I just can't get it right with this fucking guy. Another reason why he drives me nuts. On top of the fact that he's always crying. But he gets the job done against Ryan Spann. He gets his hand raised. It was a split decision. Say what you will. I wasn't sold that he won that fight. If damage is so high with the scoring criteria, I would imagine Anthony Smith lost that fight because if his eye gets swollen up. What was that, in the second round? Ryan Spann had moments. Ryan Spann did have a moment where he really, I mean, he could have put the pedal to the metal and tried to finish this guy, but he didn't. He reserved himself, preparing himself, I guess, for a 3-round war, you know, giving Smith the benefit of the doubt. So they go all three. Let's look at the statisticals here. As the first round, Anthony Smith had a very good round, 24-10. Significant strikes, 24-10. So that round's an easy one right there. But then this one over here, 22-25, right? You have the damage that was happening. Anthony Smith was in bad shape after this one. So Spann round 2, and then you got round 3. Now, more total strikes for Anthony Smith over here, 45-27, looks good. But I got to be honest with you, like watching the fight in real time, I just didn't think the strikes that were landing by Smith were, you know, I don't know. It was a close fight, I thought, at least. Smith getting his hand raised, fine, whatever. What do you want to do? But still, I just felt like it was a very close match. And I don't understand, like, if damage is important, Ryan Spann didn't have a piece of any damage on him, whereas Smith, one side of his face, were done. Anyway, Smith goes 2-0 against Spann and proves that he can still compete. Or maybe he just has Spann's number. And I guess the Smith experiment continues. This guy's got so many fights under his belt. There's no question to his toughness. You know, the guy's a tough dude. There's no question about that. But, I mean, I don't know what to say about this guy. All I know is I don't want to pick any more of his fights because even if I go for him, he loses. If I go against him, he wins. I don't know what the fuck to do with this guy. So help me out, chat. How am I supposed to handle Anthony Smith? What am I supposed to do with this guy? Am I supposed to pick him? Is he going to make another title run? Is he going to fight for the belt again? Because he thinks he still has some stuff left. So let me know. What do you think? He seemed discouraged. He's like, I just got to go back to my family, back home, go back to the drawing board, see what's next. No call-outs. Because I don't think he was happy with his performance. But let me know in the chat, what do you think? Anthony Smith, Lionheart. And by the way, Ryan Spann. Jesus Christ. The most inconsistent guy on the roster, it feels like. Anthony Smith needs to wear a helmet at all times. For some reason, I just thought of that Michael Myers bit back in the day in Saturday Night Live, where they can't do bits like that in SNL anymore, where he was like tied to a fucking jungle gym and he had a helmet on. Dude, it's such a funny bit, but they could never do that again. Let's see. Maple Leafs made some major moves. I have not been plugged into hockey, but I'll be watching when it starts up. He's picked Anthony by decision. I'm not sure he'll be champ, but it's possible. Wow. Okay. Anthony got PTSD from this home invasion. Yeah, he has. I mean. Get out! Get out now! Get out That's right. You should break into Anthony's home. Well, speaking of that, I have a clip of someone trying to break into Dana White's house. So we'll show that after I'm done with these cards. Mikey Myers, Lil Seal, stop obsessing over Jesse. Alan Tam, whoever Alan Tam is, I have a feeling just humor. If he's ever in, just humor him. I think he needs a helmet as well. He ain't looked the same since. I love. What? I don't know how to say that. You're attacking my family. Not a fan of Anthony Smith. He has a huge ego for someone that keeps having shitty performances and puts other people down to prop himself up. So, like, it's weird. I know someone that is very friendly with Anthony Smith and speaks highly of him. And there were instances where I've seen Anthony Smith and he seems like a nice guy. So here's another situation where I don't think Anthony Smith is a bad dude. Like, I don't hate Anthony Smith. There is just something that is very unlikable about him. It's a lot of times there are clips from his podcast where he's just whining about a specific athlete in a way where it's just like, bro, it's not that serious, you know? So yeah, I don't know. He's very emotional. I don't know what it is about him, but some people like him, so to each his own. I hate him because he's black. That's what it is. Because he's a black man undercover, and it bothers me, man. If you're gonna be black, be full black. Don't be in disguise, okay? I'm on to you, Anthony Smith. You're not gonna pull that one past me.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I got my eye on you, Anthony Smith.
Moss, you get me so Ari and wet Moss 20.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Ronda Rousey. Thank you so much. Thank you. The feeling is mutual. You make me moist. Rhonda makes me moist. Hey, can you do me a favor? Hit the like button. What are we doing? 150 people in here, 64 likes. Doesn't make any sense. It's free. So bash up that like button. And a big thank you to Ronda Rousey for donating. We're getting one step closer to the phone lines. All right, that's all I got to say about Anthony Smith. I mean, I don't know what to think about him. But, you know, he needed that win. He got it. So congratulations. That was your co-main event. Then you have this fight over here. Why do we have all the rounds? Why are we going to show 4 and 5? Why are we going to do that, UFC? Just take them away. Don't do that to us. See this round over here? Round 3. 5 strikes to 3. That is kind of crazy to think about because the Korean Zombie, when he came out, he swung like he really wanted something to happen. But every punch he threw, he missed. Anyway, 2 rounds that were, I guess, kind of competitive, sort of, maybe. No, he lost both of those rounds, but it wasn't going his way, so he goes into round number 3 and says, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm just going to go out there, and if I connect, it's going to be glorious. If I don't connect, well, it's going to be end of a career. Guess what happened, guys? The Korean Zombie went in there. He swung like a lunatic. It was just caution to the wind. He was hoping he would land. You just can't do that against a Max Holloway. And what happens? Max plants him. And Korean Zombie, as he got cracked, he's still swinging. It was this pretty cool looking fucking sight, even though he was like unconscious in the air. But he was still throwing a punch unconscious, which just proves that the Korean Zombie is indeed a zombie. Falls to the ground. Max celebrates and then gives respect. We see him laying down on his knees, Korean Zombie, praying to his gloves. It was a nice sight. The lead up to this fight, or the entrance, the walkout to this fight, was just pure magic. Absolute magic. And let me see if I can just pull up a little bit here so that you can see it yourself. Hey, Connor. That's the Gummy Gang. Don't mind them. UFC Singapore. But the lead up was magical, and the retirement was probably one of the coolest things I've seen as a UFC fan. It really was. Like it for some reason I felt the emotion. Like I really did, man. He's upset, he's sobbing in the cage. You know, you never want to see a grown man cry. Usually we laugh at that. But you got in your head, zombie. See, they're all fucking singing. Just screaming. People are saying I see empty seats. I see just a packed house. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous, man. Like it really was. It was a really, like, look at this. Like, this is one of the most epic finishes to a fighter's career, right? Korean Zombie steps out of the cage. He walks out, smile on his face, walking down the steps. He looks into the crowd, and they're just on their feet. In your head, so happy, They're doing their rendition. Oh, sorry. Jesse told me I was waking the kid up. I was waking the baby up. That's my version of Singapore Zombie. Anyway, so that's happening. And, dude, it's just like pure magic. Pure magic. He walks out there. He steps down there clapping. Don't see that in Brazil. Don't fucking see that in Brazil. Brazilians, can you defend yourselves? Because when Glover Teixeira retired, it was a fucking ghost town. You either throwing batteries or you're just leaving the building. Like, there's like no respect. It's craziness. Yes, the Korean Zombie got knocked out. Yes, that's not what the crowd wanted to see. That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the Korean Zombie win, to be honest. But he walks out, and they're just all there. The cameras are out. They're clapping. They're just embracing the moment. It was really cool. Look at them. They're just loving it. It still looks like a packed house. They got the flag up, and then he greets his wife. She's got the zombie shirt on, a beautiful sight. He's just caressing her, just embracing their like dude, that's the way you go out. It's shitty that he had to fight the #1 ranked featherweight. It's a very shitty thing. And the UFC shouldn't have done that. You know, I guess the other side of it is, well, if Korean Zombie wins, he's right back into the pick. No one in their right mind thought that the Korean Zombie was going to win that fight. Even if you could be the biggest Korean Zombie nut rider in the world, you knew he wasn't going to win this fight. You knew it. No, everyone knew he was not winning this fight. Not one logical thinking human being thought he was going to win this fight. And he got knocked the fuck out. It's just a shame, man. I wish they would have put someone up, you know, even in the rankings or something, you know. And if he lost, he lost. It is what it is. But not to get smoked like that. I mean, at least he got smoked by a legend, right? I mean, I guess if you're going to go out, get smoked by a legend and Max, I guess. I don't know. But the post portion of, you know, his retirement walkout, whatever the fuck you want to call it, was very special. And I'm watching this live on our Fight Reaction stream. And I mean, look at this, dude. Dude, this is wild, man. It's wild, man. She's like, you got the cameras all around. She's like, pull it together. Pull it together. Nah, it's just really cool. She's tearing, he's tearing. I mean, that's just badass. And they did have the montage. Like, I was like, where's the fucking montage and this and that? I tell you what, you didn't need it. This was just, I don't know, it was great. The production team hit it out of the park. The only thing that they screwed up was when they had it close. The camera was just too close for when he was kneeling in front of his gloves. It's like, just pull it out a little bit. You know, get the scene. What are we doing? Why are we up his nose? But this they got right. This is cool. So the emotional retirement of Korean Zombie, and then like another like badass thing, like as he's exiting, a zombie. And I think look at this fucking guy. I think here's Max giving him like respect at the end. Just really cool. Korean Zombie's like, it's gonna be okay. This is like a fucking war movie right here. Look at this. I feel like this is like I'm watching like Saving Private Ryan or something. His legs got blown off. Max gives him a kiss. Like, what the fuck? Dude, very emotional. It helps him up. It's like, it's so weird when someone knocks out another human being and then like this happens. Like, it's like, bro, he knocked you out. Can you just like let him breathe? Like, I understand what Max is doing. Very respectful. Sportsmanship, I get it. But it's the weirdest thing in the UFC. It's the most bizarre thing ever. You know? Like, and you see it a lot. And Korean Zombie's a stand-up guy, so he's not going to be like, get the fuck out of my face. But Jesus Christ, if I just got knocked the fuck out, I'd be like, just give me a minute, bro. You literally put your fucking knuckles through my forehead. You know, you blasted through my temple. I'm on the ground because you punched me in the face. Can you just give me a sec, bro? Give me 5 minutes. Let me just realize. Let me let it process the fact that you just knocked me the fuck out. just give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Let me breathe. But Max said, "No, you're okay. Everything all right? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just respect you, Mike. So I knock you out. You know, it's Hawaii." Anyway, so there's the respect. But like the coolest thing that happened. Oh, here's the sequence. We got to do it in a way. Jesus Christ! Like, watch this. He comes in, crack. And then look at this. Watch the Korean Zombie. Watch. He's still throwing a fucking punch on the way down. In your head. Oh, I'm sorry. In your head. Zombie. Dude, that's badass though, man. If I was cracked like that, I would just tumble down to the ground like a big puss bag. But Korean Zombie, look at this. Watch this. There's the right coming over top, Scud missile right onto his temple. He eats it and still is like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to throw a punch. I'm unconscious, but who throws a punch unconscious? Korean Zombie does. I think he might have knocked himself out trying to throw that punch. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. God. How many people have to lower the stream because I'm singing? Jesse walked in before. She's like, the baby's sleeping. So, Korean Zombie goes down. Max jumps into the crowd. He has a big moment with his wife. Everyone's having, I mean, what a difference, right? Max lunges like he's got a dime piece. By the way, Korean Zombie's wife's pretty too. Max goes to his dime. Max did the trade-in, you know? You got the old model. You divorce him. You trade him in for the new model, you know? That's what Max did. The new Max got this fucking Lamborghini in the crowd. And he goes up to it, gives a big smooch. Come here, give me a kiss. You know, they hug. Like the crowd's all around him, like, yeah. And poor Korean Zombie, when he greets his wife, this poor fucking guy, like he's got to deal with this shit. What a difference, man. Two completely different stories. One main event. But yeah, there was a cool sight of, I don't know if it's here, but Korean Zombie, like right when he's leaving, he throws his gloves into the crowd. Like, that's cool, man. Like, this is pretty neat. This is Korean Zombie as a baby. And here's Korean Zombie now. You know, legend, man. I was a fan, man. Always gonna be a fan of the Korean Zombie. As much as I'm cracking inappropriate jokes, always a fan of Korean Zombie. It's just a bummer. It hurt me when they matched this fight up. I couldn't stand the fact that he was fighting Max Holloway. You know what's kind of wild about this? You remember, give me the fighter, okay, that Korean Zombie knocked out. All right, trivia question. Korean Zombie knocked out this fighter, and the fighter that he knocked out beat Max Holloway. Give me the name. No tapology, just give me the name in the chat right now. Can you give me the name of that fighter? Let's see how many people know this piece of trivia. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. He tapped out, Dustin. Knocked out. Knocked out. Zombie, ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, knocked out. It's not Dustin. Bitey Mouse. Tough question. Now everyone's probably checking Google. I'll wait. Keep guessing. Cannot look on Google. In your head. There you go. Dennis Bermudez. I totally forgot about that. I remember they fought. And I was watching Dennis Bermudez actually react to it. And was there another person that falls into that category? Let me check now. If there's someone else. Korean Zombie has a very sad story, you know? Because, like, if he didn't go away to the military, like, things could have been a lot different. You know? Yeah, Dennis Bermudez in 2017, Korean Zombie defeated him, and it's crazy. Dennis beat Max Holloway by decision. Dennis was kind of a G. Like, he was a tough son of a bitch. He had those fangs. Remember he had that fang mouthpiece? Dennis Bermuda Triangle. I've been subscribed for years, and I don't know what the fuck your name is. It can't be Moss. Yeah, it was M-O-S, not M-O-S-S, not Moss. It's Moss. It's my first name, Moss. KC, thank you for being a member. Double champ, appreciate you. Appreciate you, KC. You the man, dog.
That's why I wanted a fan, a sold out crowd to walk out that tunnel, blow the roof off this place,
wow,
and look
Dad.
over and see my son like, wow, Dad, that's you. And see the look on his face. Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
You make me feel so proud, Daddy Cowboy. Make me feel so proud, Daddy Cowboy. Don't cry, Daddy Cowboy, don't cry. You make me feel so proud,
And see the look on his face.
Daddy Cowboy.
Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
Let's go, Jay Blofeld.
Wow, Dad. The story behind the Cranberries lead singer is super sad. Thanks for getting that stuck in my head.
So, and thank you, Jay Blofeld. Appreciate you. Another reason I told this to Jesse, I said this on the second channel last night. Another reason why I was a little emotional with the Cranberry, with that whole sequence with the Korean Zombie, was because that Cranberry song, you know, reminds me of my youth. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, for some reason, I remember being a kid and the Cranberry song being on and everything like that. And you know, you turn on the radio, it's constantly on. Everyone be singing it, gets stuck in your head. And it still holds up, right? That Cranberry song. And the Korean Zombie picking it, it's just a fucking, it's a badass walkout song, you know? So there's nostalgia here. Who doesn't like rooting for the Korean Zombie? You know, he's just a fun guy to watch fight. He's not the type of guy that's going to lay on you for 5 rounds. You know, the dude's got the twister in his resume. He's knocked people out. Yeah, he's fun. Just a fun fighter. So to see him retire is a bummer, but the right move, the right call. So good job by the UFC. Terrible job with the matchup, but good job by the UFC, you know, keeping it together for his farewell walk and his final walk to the cage. Both were great. It was a lot of fun. If you missed it, go on social media. It's all over. On Twitter, it's all over the place. Go watch it yourself. Let me know in the comments section when this thing is done. I want to know what you think about the Korean Zombie's retirement, UFC Singapore. As a card, it was all right. I mean, I was fairly entertained. You know, there was some lulls in the card, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst card. I was entertained. I was, even though being up at 2 a.m., I had a good time with that. So yeah, let me know final thoughts on Singapore, and let's move over to the Paris card after your comments. Korean Zombie made the world a better place. He's contributed and done something. He's done something. Singapore is a dump, but good card. I tell you what, that venue looked like trash. It looked pretty bad. Tommy Fury versus KSI going to be interesting. You're not interested in Dennis versus Logan Paul? I mean, what a matchup. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jacqueline. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? MTV shiz? What's MTV shiz? Let me know. KSI touches himself at night. That's true. I can confirm that. I've seen him do it. The Great Yasha says no. Something meaning great things. Spivak gonna just flop on Gane. I mean, I would imagine that's the game plan, right? Get his ass down to the ground. Tommy wins easy. Greetings from Palm Springs. What up, Palm Springs? How you doing? Zombie glove got snatched by someone right out of his hand. He threw the second. Oh, is that what happened? Is that what happened? I thought he just threw both. I didn't see that. Well, yeah, I guess if one is taken away, might as well toss the other one. Did you see Logan Paul on Flagrant? No. Flagrant. Which one's that? Which one's Flagrant? I know it's a podcast. I just don't know which one it is.
Wonderful.
Is that an NBA foul podcast? What's that?
My boy Max is still a mother flipping monster. What do you do with him now? I hope to God he moves to 55. Can you imagine the matchups? Gaede and Poirier too. Chandler. Conor. My God, the dollar to be made.
I agree. I would like to see Max up there, but when you see how Poirier owns him, I honestly think that 155 is not going to be a good weight class for him. Even though he's big at 145, I say he stays. Stay at 145 and hope that Volk goes up for good. You know, hope that Volk like defeats Makhachev sometime, or if Oliveira wins or whatever, and then he's like, you know what, I kind of like this weight class. He stays up there, and maybe Max can chill at 145. Max goes up to 155, he's getting fucked up. If Max was ever to fight Khabib when they were supposed to be matched up, dude, think about what that would have been. Max would have got killed. At 145, if he can keep making that, it seems like he's found a way to make that weight somehow. I mean, he had those tough cuts. It seems like he's pulling it off now. I say stay put and hope that Volk either dies, gets hit by a car, or moves up to 155. He's got to take out Volk. Max should just fight. I mean, you know what's funny? Max was 31 years of age. He could retire right now, waltz right into the Hall of Fame, no problems. Retire, young man, be good. But he's still got a lot of fight left in him. It's going to be interesting to see how his career ends. That Poirier fight is way, way closer to the second look. I mean, I never felt in that fight, though, that Max was going to win. From what I recall, I guess I got to watch it back. But I remember when I was watching it live, I never at any moment says, oh, Max got him. You know, like I always felt confident. Now you got Poirier, who just lost to Gaethje in the rematch. So I guess, you know, anything could happen. But I still don't feel, I don't know. I feel like a lot of these guys at 155 would be a big problem for Max. Would I like to see Max versus Gaethje? Fuck yeah. That would be great. Can't wait for Rose tree hug. All right, let's move. Let's move to Paris. So we are at $60. We got $100 the goal. If we hit the goal, we open up the phone lines. If not, no worries. We'll be live tomorrow for the Contender Series. Okay. So we talked about that. So today I was like, all right, let me check out UFC Paris. Usually I'll wait until like Wednesday-ish, then really talk about it on Friday. But I like to wait. And I looked at the card today. A big mistake. I haven't really complained much at all. I haven't really complained about the UFC. And I don't want to make this about just completely shitting on the UFC, because let's be honest, without the UFC, there'd be no MMA-Holes. No MMA-Holes. I'm back to whatever the fuck normal life that I lived before. And I don't want to be a normal man. I want to sit on YouTube and make stupid jokes. So thank you, UFC, for that. But that being said, this card is hot, stinky, smelly trash. It's terrible. It's the first card in a while I'm like, man. And it's not headlined by females. It's got Ciryl Gane against Spivak. It's in Paris. It's going to be early. And that's fine if it's early. I have no problem, you know, because then I have the rest of the day to have a normal life. That's great. But the Fiorot versus Namajunas, it's interesting, but I don't care. Saint Denis versus Thiago Moises should be a decent fight. I don't care. I don't know. Ozdemir versus Guskov. I don't even remember this guy. Guskov over here. Let's see. He's 14-2-0. That's pretty impressive. Let's see. Oh, he's making his debut. That's why I don't know who he is. How is this happening? How are you making your debut and you're fighting Ozdemir, a veteran? Gamori versus Lagram. You got some Irish talent on this card. Zucchini versus Kiera. A lot of French talent, which, I mean, we haven't seen that in a while. How come they could stack this card with French talent, but other cards they can't? Like Boston, they won't put people from Massachusetts on the card. How's that work? Well, I guess, it's a whole country they're working with, so it's easier. Anyway, Zara Farn versus Cal Vacani, whoever the fuck. I mean, I don't know half these people. Jocelyn Edwards, I didn't even know was still in the UFC. She's still there. She's on the card. I mean, it's pretty bad. Lusa versus McKee. I don't know anything about this McKee guy. Let's see. He's Irish. I guess a Cage Warriors guy. Okay. Let's see what he's done here. Is he coming straight from Cage? Has he fought in the UFC? Yeah, straight from Cage. So he's making his debut too. Okay. We're going to learn a lot on this card. It's like watching a 12-fight contender series. I don't know. It's a weird-ass card, man. There's a couple of names that we do know. I mean, more than a couple. But still, I mean, the co-main event, Fiorot, she's a beast. She's a tough chick, man. It's an interesting test for Namajunas. I mean, she hasn't lost in forever. So Rose is coming off the loss against Esparza, which is one of the worst fights of all time. She's on a year layoff. There's some interest. But I don't know, man. This card just looks like hot steaming trash. Let me know in the chat, man. Maybe this thing is going to be a banger. Some of these cards that you just think is just going to be complete garbage turns out to be a lot of fun. Maybe this is going to be one of them. For some reason, I'm picturing a lot of finishes, but like lopsided matchups and just a bunch of nonsense. So let me know in the chat. Are you pumped up for this card? Oh, you got Basharat versus Rodriguez. Okay, Basharat's he's an interesting prospect. Rodriguez won one fight after the contender series. So he lost this one against Vergara and then knocked out Shannon Ross in his second. Basharat is interesting. He is interesting. He came in from the contender series. He got the Damon Blackshear fight. Okay. Out of Extreme Couture. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. I have really tough, serious question to ask about Paris card. Is Rose fighting somebody that's kind of cute? Okay, very good. That's a solid question, and I'm here to answer those questions. So you look at her topology. There's a windy look. The hair is going in front of the face. From this picture here, not sure if it's a male or female. I don't know. I see a top that looks like a feminine top, so I'm going to assume it's a female. But let's go over here, and this could answer the question for us. Let's go over to the UFC website, okay? And this could, hold on a second. We can figure this out real quick, okay? Get an updated picture. Let's see. Okay, she's a female. It looks like, I'm sorry, I don't know. You're going to have to answer in the chat. I don't know. And can Rose grow her hair back, for God's sakes? I don't know. I can't answer the question. Only reason I'll tune in was to watch Joe Rogan. Rose is mentally ill for real. Yeah, she is. She is. I don't want to rip on Rose too much. She's got some stuff going on. No? Yeah, Rose was hot. Ultimate Fighter Rose was pretty hot. I remember saying, this chick's cute. I don't know. She went all fucking G.I. Jane. And she's always like on our YouTube channel. Well, not always. When she is on our YouTube channel, she's got the camera like right up in her face and you see up those big nostrils. And she's either crying or talking about Jesus. So I don't know. She seems like she's got a lot of things going on. But goddamn, man, when she's in the zone, she's a beast. Like when I saw her take out Joanna Jędrzejczyk, the first fight, I was devastated. My girl JJ, please stop beating me up. I was like, what is happening right now? That Rose was just like, I'm the best. I'm the best. Now this Rose here, I don't know. It's a different girl. But she's still only, 31? She's still fairly young. Yeah, she's still only 31. So who knows? But this girl here, 5'7". She's bigger, 66-inch reach. Rose is going to be in for a tough one. Fiora's a tough chick, man. Let's see who she beat. She beat Chikagi in unanimous decision. That's pretty good. Rose moving up. Oh, yeah, it's at 125. Oh. Huh. What's that about? Wait, why is this happening at 125? Does anyone know? I should know, but I don't. I loved when Rose gave the headlock to Wei Li. Dude, yeah, I mean, there have been some crazy moments with Rose. Let's see. So they have, man, they got Rose sitting at plus 155 on this. Huh. Yo, so when did Rose go up? So after the Carla fight, she went up? Why is she going up? What's this about? Does anyone know? I haven't been plugged into Rose, so I don't know. So can anyone tell me why Rose is going up? Yo, why does she have hairy armpits in this picture? Rose is the best women's fighter in any division. Wow. I mean, that's an interesting... I mean, she's very good. When her mind is right, you might be there. But that's the thing. We don't know what Rose is going to show up, you know? You can tell she's got a lot of stuff going on between the ears. So that's why I don't like really ripping on Rose, man. I think she's got a lot of issues. Pat and Rose go to barbers and get the same... I'll get the Pat Barry. Hey, Rose, how would you like me to do your hair? Pat Barry, please. Because you can't beat the commie. You think that's what it is? I say Rose is good, but not super tough. Pat Barry, I don't know about this move up. I don't know if this is a good idea. So that's why she's the under. Man, she's fighting these bigger girls. Huh. This is, I guess that's it. That's kind of interesting. Don't be surprised if Rose loses this fight and it's like a very emotional, like you got to drag her out of the cage, she's contemplating retirement type deal. Don't be surprised. I feel like Rose's days are numbered, even though she's still young. She's only 31. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going to be. I have no idea what's going to be walking towards that cage. She hasn't fought since that terrible fight a year and 2 months ago. Fucking hell. Stay away from betting on this one. We don't know what's walking towards that cage. Fiora in France set up for her L. Are you saying, wait, you're saying Manon set up for an L? It's Aljo all over again, want her to lose? Wait, they want Madden to lose? I don't think so. Do you really? I think they want her to win. French champions are something the UFC could definitely use. So this seems like, honestly, to me, this seems like a setup, beat a big name like Rose. Oh, Rose. Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait, what? Yeah, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. It does feel like a setup. Yeah, it does. A weight class higher in her country? Dude, what the fuck? Why did Rose sign this contract? Who the fuck is controlling Rose's... Like, you mean to tell me you're going to take a year off, then you're going to go into France and fight a French woman that's bigger, stronger than you, and it's 10-1? Oh, boy. They're trying to fucking put Rose out to pasture. Poor Rose. Does anyone think Rose is going to win? Rose going to whoop that ass? There we go. Jay Blofeld thinks Rose is going to get it. Pat has CTE, probably. Do you think Pat can... It's blocked by the heart. Hold on a second. See, it's blocked. Pat can still have kids. I don't know. But I know I'm going to fix that problem. Madden throws more volume and will be bigger and stronger. I would think so, too. Mosh, you better pick Rose. I don't think I will. I mean, I'm going to try to find a way because, listen, I love plus money. So I'm going to wait until Friday. But I'm not betting on this card. Yeah, I'm not betting on that fight. Rose is KOing her. Okay. Is Trevor Whitman still coaching her? That's a good question. I would imagine so. I don't think Rose... I haven't heard anything about her leaving him. 2 fucking head cases. Rose is too small. I would imagine so. That's crazy, man. She's moving up. I root for Rose on this one. Moss, when you getting the bowels fixed? Tomorrow morning, I'm going for a consultation to get myself, so I can shoot some blanks. You know what I'm saying? Stop that process. Gotta stop. I'm too fertile, man. I'm too fucking fertile. At this age, you would think that they wouldn't. I'm too fertile, man. We gotta stop the process. Rose used to be hot with long hair. Manuel piece up Rose apart. Probably need to watch the Embedded to see. Yeah, Embeddeds could help a little, I guess. I haven't been watching Embeddeds at all. Maybe I should during pay-per-view weeks. My fight nights are good. I'm not upset with my fight night picks. My pay-per-views have been bad this year. Does the French lady tend to gas out? I don't think so. From what I remember, she's damn good. I mean, if you could win against Caitlin Chookagian, right? Caitlin Chookagian's a lock decision machine. She's a big girl, too. Really good striker. She's got some grappling as well. And she got a unanimous decision on her. That's pretty impressive. Because I got to be honest with you, I think Caitlin Chookagian could fucking outpoint Rose and win an easy decision on Rose. So right there, Jennifer Maia decision. I mean, she's got sneaky striking and very good jiu-jitsu. I mean, these are girls here that are, decent girls. Buena Silva, Tabitha Ricci. I mean, think about Tabitha Ricci. Dude, that girl's a little badass. Great ass, the whole deal. Yo, Rose is not winning this. Rose not winning this fight. No way. I would. You know what? I would like to see Rose win this fight, though. I got to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind seeing her win it, but I don't see it. This girl's nickname is the Beast. She's named after that blue guy from X-Men, the Beast. Thug Rose is fighting the Beast. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the UFC just does not like Rose, apparently. All right, hit the like if you haven't done so. Let's move on. Main event action here. Ciryl Gane versus Serghei Spivac. Listen, people do early predictions. This whole thing, I'm just trying to tell you. I mean, as I'm looking at the card a little bit more, there's some interesting stories. Still terrible. I still think it's terrible, to be honest. But there are some interesting stories on here, so I will make the best of it. Saturday morning while we're live, I won't be complaining. I will go through it and be a fucking champion. But right now, little underwhelming. I'm going to give this card a 3 out of 10. Just on paper. But hopefully it overachieves and we have a great time. Serghei Spivac. I want to know how many people are picking Spivac. How many people have completely turned their back on Ciryl Gane. This is a dog shit card. It's pretty bad. Wow, Spivac 100. Thick Rose is the next. Rose comes in all thick. She got a fat ass now. Well, she's just taking everyone out at 125. How many people picking Spivac? I turned my back on humanity. Spivac by decision. Spivac 100. This fight could be good, though. I don't think so. If we look at Ciryl Gane, I've been very bored. The Tai Tuivasa fight was fun. That fight was good. I did not hate that one. That was actually a banger. And other than that, I couldn't tell you the less bangers Ciryl Gane was in. He bores the fuck out of me, man. The John Jones fight, blink, done. Francis Ngannou was horrible. Ngannou turned into Nurmagomedov. Derek Lewis, he did the ground and pound on that. But, I mean, I don't know. Was it a great fight? Was it competitive? No. Lewis looked like trash. Volkov was terrible. Rosenstrike was a terrible fight. He did knock out Dos Santos. And then, if you think about it, actually, he's got more experience than... It's so crazy, man. Look at this guy. He is 11-2-0, and the majority of that pro experience is UFC. That's pretty nuts. Listen, people forgot about Ciryl Gane. They clearly have forgot, considering how close this line is. I cannot see Ciryl Gane going in here. Spivak shooting for that double quick, getting the takedown, throwing him on his back and beating him up. I'm sorry. I know Spivak is on a nice win streak. I feel like Ciryl Gane's going to go in there and he is going to pepper the shit out of this dude. I feel like Ciryl Gane is going to strike the fuck out of him. What's crazy is Spivak is still only 28. But still, I don't know, man. I think Gane's going to go in there and just show, listen, he is not as bad as everyone thinks he is. He's not. Now, did I think he was going to beat Jones? No. I did not think he was going to beat Jones. I thought he was going to be a little more competitive, but I didn't think he was going to beat Jones. In this fight over here, I say Spivak does not have a shot. I'm going to say it. I'm going to go back with it. I know it's tough, but it's a fight night. It's a fight night. I could recharge my mystical tingles. I mean, come on. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Spivak, come on. Stop it. Hates Moldova fighters. All right, yeah, I don't like Moldova fighters. Okay, fine. But I mean, help me out here, chat. I know people are going to be picking the unders because this is the year of the underdog. I get it. But in this fight over here, I can't get myself to do it. I just can't. I'm not sold. I think Spivak has been impressive in his last 3, but Ciryl Gane will bounce back in France and get her done. Gane is just way too soy. He folded to John without doing anything. But we do have to remember, this is John Jones. This is the greatest fighter of all time. Give him a break. John Jones is legit the greatest pound-for-pound fighter of all time. So for Ngannou to go in there and get run over like that, he fought John Jones. Give him a pass. And I'm not even a Ciryl Gane fan, but you got to give him a pass here. Now, I see John took his soul. So are you saying, all right, if you're going to go with that angle, after a fight like that, maybe Gane will never be the same fighter because he's going to be a little worried about the takedown or whatever? I don't know. I don't think that's going to be the case because think about it. Listen, the path to victory is the takedown because you got the Francis Ngannou fight where he started grappling like crazy and you had John Jones. So we know what the secret is. This secret was before Ngannou. We all knew. Now, Gane has submissions in his resume. I would imagine that Ciryl Gane went back to the drawing board and says, let's wrestle. I would imagine that's the case. I don't think he's that fucking dumb where he's like, let's just hit pads until we fight Spivak. No, I think Gane is going to go in there and say, hey, Spivak's got some submissions too. Let's fucking wrestle. So I think he's going to clean it up a little bit. I think he'll be able to stop takedowns. I think he'll be fine. I do. Don't bet on this card. Gane couldn't submit a Japanese love pillow. He has submissions on his resume. Top 3 bets from this card. No early predictions on this card. I don't believe in early predictions. It's a bunch of hogwash. Tune in Friday. I'll give you my top 3. All early predictions are for suckers. Sucker motherfuckers. Spivak will be sniffing for Jock the whole fight, I would imagine. I was listening to a little Sean Strickland. Like there was a clip of him and that Nina drama chick. And Sean's like, I should wrestle, but, you know, I'm probably not. Dude, if Sean Strickland does not even try, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's like, it means nothing. He goes, my black belt's in the trunk of my car. Dude's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he just says it's just trash. That's one of the reasons why I'm thinking with my kids, I might not get them into jiu-jitsu. I might do wrestling or something, or I don't know. Is there any sambo classes in Arizona? I feel like jiu-jitsu is like the most inferior out of all the grappling. You know? I don't know. If Sean has a fucking black belt in jiu-jitsu and he refuses to use it, give me some of that Russian sambo in Arizona. Do we have desert Russian sambo here? I want to teach Ellie sambo. I feel like that's smarter, but then I don't know what girls. Maybe girls jiu-jitsu is smart. Anyone train in the chat? Give me some help here. For my young girl. Which judo? I trained judo when I was a kid and I hated it. Maybe my kids would like it better. I feel like judo's kind of lame though. Unless you're Ronda Rousey, but look what happened to her. Sambo and BBJ. Wrestling takes a lot of energy and strength. It's difficult for most. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Wrestling might be a problem for a girl though, right? Like for a boy, I would see it. Maybe jiu-jitsu is the best because at least you could defend off your back. Put her in ballet. Sambo is the way to go. It's a combination of both. Yeah, Sambo has judo mixed into it too, right? Like it's like a hybrid wrestling. Slam people on the ground. It's awesome. Wrestling is the best. I agree. Judo is a good base to start, you think? No, we'll see. I gotta start thinking about that with Ellie. Anyway, that's a side mission for me. All right, so that's all I got to say about this card. Early thoughts. It's trash. It's shit. But I'll be watching it, of course, because I'm an MMA-hole. We'll be live on Saturday morning for this. I want to know in the chat, will you be here? So it says on here it starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. That means 9 a.m. Pacific Time for myself. Will you be here for the fights on Saturday? And I want to know what's your rating of this card just on paper. What do you think about it? I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. I'll give it a 3.1 out of 10. How you scoring this, chat? Sausage will be here. Let's go, champ. Ellie, the female Khabib. Wrestling is superior. An 8. Solid 2. 5.5. Great fight night. 2 out of 10. 3.3. I'll probably be lurking. All finishes. I think there's going to be a lot of finishes. I do. I feel like there's going to be a lot of lopsided matchups. Take it to the range. Oh, that's 100% happening. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Fuck self-defense. Just carry a gun. You know what? You bring a good point. It doesn't matter what martial art you know. If you're fucking packing, it doesn't really matter. Look at Indiana Jones, right? He had a whip. France is a dump. I'm fried beyond the chicken. Honestly, don't give a rat's ass about this card, but I'm here for $293. The day of Saturn in... You know, I didn't even look at that card. Let me look at... When is Izzy versus Strickland? I heard the ticket prices are through the roof. Let's see. Let's scroll through and see what's on the menu here. Oh boy. Oh, this is the free fight night with the championship fight on it, right? Let's look at this card. I didn't take a peek at this. I tell you what, the fact that this is a title fight and it's going to be free, I like that. I think here's what I think. I think if you're going to have women's MMA title on the top of a card, make the title fights fight nights. Make all women's MMA fights. I think it just means more. If you're not going to give them their own league, fight nights, title on the line. I mean, you can't do it with every fight night, but work it out that way. This is great. How about this? Cortez versus Jasuda Vicious in a co-main event. Damn. Yo, Jasmine's getting a real... I'm not going to do her impersonation. I'll do it when we get closer. Holland versus De La Maddalena. Kopylov versus Fremd. Sam Hughes versus Lapita Godinez. Women's MMA, but some actual good women's MMA fights. Edgar Chairez versus Lacerda. Zellhuber versus Jagos. Nelson versus Padilla. Nathan Levy's back in the cage. Did you see Nathan Levy beating up the guy that was like a Nazi lover or some shit? It was pretty funny. Terrence Mitchell versus Raul Rosas Jr. Oh shit. Yo, Raul Rosas Jr. bumped to the early. Wasn't this guy on the pay-per-view? What the fuck? Dude, this dude, 18 years old, wasn't he on like the main card? And they put him as the first fight on the... Oh my God, that's so funny, man. I love that. Back of the line, kid. That's so funny, man. Oh, that's great. I love that. What, am I remembering that correctly? Wasn't Raul Rosas Jr. like on a main card? Like when he... Dude... Or was it like right before a pay-per-view or something? I can't remember. But I remember he was very high up, shockingly high up on a card. And now he's the first. Holy crap. That's funny, man. That's so funny. Well, this is a better, and this has a bunch of WMA fights on it, but it's still way better than the card that we're having this weekend. 9/16, September 16th. Okay. I can dig it. They might switch that around. Yeah, Chris Curtis is all pissed off. They might switch that around. I don't know if he's going to stay there. All right, here we go. UFC 293. So 9/9, September 9th. Man, we are like, dude, we're almost there already. That's so crazy. Like, it's right around the corner. So Tuivasa versus Volkov. Okay. I don't hate it. I like Ty. Especially in Australia. That's cool. Tafa versus Lane. The other Tafa is back. Tyson Pedro versus Turkalj. Manel Cape versus Philip DeSantos. Da Un Jung, who, this is a fucking good fight. Yo, Jung he's even though he's on a 2-fight losing streak, he's still a fucking scary dude. Carlos should win this one though. Huh. Okay. That's why is Carlos Ulberg on all of Izzy's cards? Are they fucking? Is it locked up? Are these guys having sex? Mariscal versus Jenkins. Oh my God. How is Blood Diamond? How is he still on the roster? Dude, who's he fighting? Oh, he's fighting an unknown. Oh my God. This Blood Diamond. Come on with this guy. Why is he on this card? He's terrible. And he's another one that's always on Izzy's card. Damn, Izzy got pull. Shane Young versus Miranda. Malarkey's back versus Makdessi. That's a good one. Hack Press versus Quinones. And Giuseppe versus Crosby. All right. Listen, there's some sus fights on this card. This is a weird card. It's kind of odd, right? This is a really strange pay-per-view. Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's a weird one. Man, Hack Press even getting done dirty. Low on the card. That's Kelvin Gastelum's doppelganger. This is a weird card, man. What do you guys think about this card? I tell you what, it's about a 5.6 out of 10 for a pay-per-view. It's all right. I mean, I'm definitely going to be interested. The fight week's going to be fun because we'll have the shit talking by Strickland. So that's mine. That's what I'm excited about. Tuivasa versus Volkov. What do you guys think about this one? Huh. There's some decent matchups and there's some kind of like, ugh. Blood Diamond got that Izzy privilege. Strickland versus Adesanya is next week. That is nuts, man. What the hell? What's going on? I feel like every other weekend's a pay-per-view. It's crazy. This sport's expensive. How are we supposed to afford all this shit? So here it is. It's going down to Australia. This came quick. Damn, this year is just rapidly winding down. Okay. I think Strickland is going to do enough to get me super hyped. I really do. I think Strickland's going to be hilarious. His embedded is going to be funny. The press conference is going to be freaking hilarious. We'll be live for that. So Strickland is, yeah. Although, if you did have Duplessis on this thing against Adesanya, at least, I don't know, there's an element to, I don't know, there's something to it. Like, it feels more competitive, the main event. I'm not totally writing out Strickland yet, but I feel like with Duplessis there, we have an argument, like who could win that main event. Whereas with Strickland, I feel like a lot of people just going to pick Izzy. Huh. Interesting. They should put JDM on 293. I want to buy it for Strickland. Yeah, how many people are actually going to buy this card? Yeah, Strickland might be able to, with his mouth, be able to sell a lot of pay-per-views. I mean, we're buying it. We buy them all, but how many people are actually going to buy this card? Let me know in the chat. Anyone actually going to dip into the pocket and buy this thing? Dude, if Strickland wins, fucking hell. O'Malley won, Strickland wins. I mean, what the hell? You're going to watch Strickland on the Nelk Boys. Is he on the Nelk Boys? I would give it a go. I'll watch anything that Strickland's on. He's a funny dude. I would definitely watch. I have a feeling that's going to be very uncomfortable. Because those Nelk Boys they're way different than how Strickland is, right? So I have a feeling Strickland's just shitting on him. I'm getting off of work to buy this card. War Strickland. I'm going to pay my internet bill. Stream East. Black Box. All right. Okay. I'm going to go through a couple of stories over here. Like I said, if we do hit the goal, I will open up phone lines, but it looks like we might be a little short. We look like we're $40 short over here, so phone lines may not be a thing. But let's go through this. We're going to be live for the Contender Series tomorrow. Wednesday, we have Patrick Gavia, the documentary guy. He is actually coming on this time. We finally linked up. Gavia is coming on. So if you haven't heard about Patrick Gavia, this dude's documentaries are out of control. Like, they are very, very good. Go check out, go binge watch his stuff after this stream. Patrick's a real cool dude. And he's going to come on. We'll talk some fights. We'll talk about his YouTube channel that's killing it. And I find him to be a fascinating guy. He's a very hard worker. So looking forward to him coming on. Friday, Fuku Friday, and, the whole deal. Saturday morning, we'll be live for the fights. Discord. Okay, here we go. Let's see him document why my dad left. What the fuck's wrong with you? I think he did a new one, but I didn't see the Tony Ferguson one yet. I still got to watch that one. Last one I saw was the John Jones one. It was very good. We actually watched it on the second channel. But the Tony Ferguson one I'm looking forward to. He's got a mail letter that's cool. He's got his Instagram is great. Like, this dude is like legit. Like, this kid is legit. He will be on Rogan. He'll be on all these fucking shows. This kid is very, very talented. Like, Will Harris, think about this. We had Will Harris on. He went on Rogan. And you've seen what Will Harris has done. Will Harris with the documentary world has been killing it. Became good friends with Usman and Habib and all the Ali Abdelaziz guys. Will Harris is a great dude. Great dude. Love that guy. And then now we're befriending Patrick Gavia, who's another documentary guy that is like, these two are so ahead of the game. There's no one even close to what these guys are doing. So it's actually cool to have these guys, you know, young in their career coming on to the show. Really neat. All right. So I spoke about this briefly. And we'll touch on it since someone donated about it. Two stories. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Here, Dana White. Here, before we get into that. Dana White. Dude, look at this shit. So Dana White released this footage of some guy trying to break into his house. Get out! Get out! Get out! I mean, what is going on? So here's this guy, right? He creeps up the steps. He's got his phone out, and he's fucking stomping on the door. He's a neckbeard, it looks like. Then he realizes the camera's on, and then just fucking leaves. Dude, what the fuck? By the way, that's Dylan Dennis. That's Dylan Dennis, guys. That's Dylan Dennis. That's Oscar De La Hoya trying to kick in Dana's door. He says that F-face just tried to kick my front door in. Here's the alleged suspect. So Dana put it on his stories. He posted a picture of this guy. Dude, what is wrong with people? I mean, he's got to be a fucking, drugged out lunatic. Just try to kick in my front door in Levant, Maine. I will $2,500 to the first person to let the police know who he is. Thanks to the law enforcement in Levant. Appreciate you guys. They got him. Thanks to everyone that called up. Oh, wow. They caught this dude already. $2,500. Damn. That would have been great. Right? Someone cashed in. Dude, what is going on with people, man? What is going on? That's just wild, man. So I'm assuming this guy's fucking, he's on all the drugs. Here he goes. Psh. I never understood this because everyone's got cameras now. We all have cameras. So it's like, why are you doing this? Billionaire, we still have 420p security cameras. Yeah, it's that night vision shit. Dude, like does anyone in the chat not have cameras? I mean, I have cameras all over my fucking house. Like why do you do this? How you have to be just on drugs. You can't be that fucking stupid. That was damn sausage, yeah. No, it was D-Rest. That was D-Rest. If you go into Discord, it'll make sense to you. We all have cameras. Like, I don't understand, like, why are they doing this? And he even, I mean, you have to be on some, it's got to be drugs because, like, he even noticed the camera. And he just, like, it looked like he just hit the camera, too. And he's like, oh, shit, I'm on camera. I think that's Islam Makhachev. He couldn't get the camera, so he takes off. Dude, you stupid fuck. Oh, my God. It's so ridiculous. My first raid in my youth, the cops could knock down the door. Took like 10 minutes. That's a ding-dong. What was it called? Ding-dong ditch? What's that called? That's a severe version of it. Was that Marab? Yeah, it was Marab. Give me title shot. What if it was the same guy who broke into Anthony? I mean, it could have been. Get out! Get out! Get out! It could have been. It could have been that guy. So Dana White, Anthony Smith, home invaders. It's crazy. Has anyone ever had that happen to them and deal with that crazy shit? The Gozerian at a weed house. You can't just bang on the front door. Man, that fucking heart's so annoying. I hate that heart's in front of the chat. And I'm poor as shit. It was Patty trying to tell Dana that his dog shit is on the lawn. My dog shit on you. Yeah, that was a weird video with Patty Pimblett. All right, so here we go. So we dismissed the Ronda Rousey stuff, and then once again, it's brought back into the mix. Just when we thought we were done with Ronda, it's dragged back in. Another hint at Ronda coming back. This time people are talking about UFC 300. You know, I guess Ronda's finishing up her WWE career. She's, 36 years old. DailyMail.com spoke to one of the 36-year-old's confidants who said Ronda is eyeing a comeback at UFC 300 in early 2024. She just had a match at SummerSlam and is looking to wind down her time and commitments with the WWE, excuse me. And she is now focusing on a potential making a run to have one last fight in the UFC and compete at UFC 300 that presents itself sometime next year, the source said. Now, this is bizarre because Dana White literally just said that no, Ronda has no interest in coming back. It's false. It's fake news. Ariel Helwani reported that a source close to him said Ronda has no interest in coming back. Yet a source close to Ronda allegedly says that she is going to come back for UFC 300. Now, let me just say this. I said it in the beginning. I'll say it now. Ronda Rousey coming back would be massive. Whether you like or you hate Ronda Rousey, it doesn't matter. If she came back to the UFC, it doesn't even matter who she's fighting. It would be nuts. Absolutely nuts. So I would imagine if there's any truth to this, that Dana is doing whatever he can to put together some crazy hokey fight for Ronda to come back. And if there's any way that Brock Lesnar could come back, could you imagine Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, UFC 300? That would be absurd. That'd be nuts. Now, Dana White has pushed aside the Brock Lesnar rumors. He says, no, it doesn't look like he's coming back. He's not interested. He said the same thing about Ronda, but here's another story that pops up about Ronda Rousey. I want to know in the chat, Ronda versus Rosas Jr. I would like to see that. Let me know in the chat. Would you want to see Ronda and Brock coming back? Would you want to see just one of them coming back? Do you want to see neither of them coming back? Is it a blemish on the sport? Or would you make an exception for a big UFC 300 card? I want to know your opinion on that. I'm in. I don't give a fuck if it's a fight night. Bring it back. I want to see it. I want to have a little nostalgia because when Ronda had her hype up, it was a lot of fun. And I got to be honest with you, the channel wasn't even around. When Ronda Rousey was doing her thing, I was watching at my friend's house. I would stop what I was doing and just watch with friends. People that never even watched the sport, didn't even give a shit, cared when Ronda fought. So that's what I'm in. Sign me up. Let's go. Even though Ronda doesn't like me, that's fine. Brock is way too old. Yeah, Brock is 46. So what, he'd be around 47 when that happens. Ronda could revive the clam featherweight division. Yeah, imagine Ronda comes back and ignites women's MMA again where everyone's all excited again. Ronda versus Holmes. I tell you what, I'm down. Run that fight back, the rematch. That makes a lot of sense. I would love to see that. Redemption for Ronda. Want to see Lil Seal drop it low, then bring it up slow into a 3-point stand while he makes its clap.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And still, this is Drew Dober. Ronda versus Chandler. All right, make it happen. Michael Chandler versus Ronda Rousey. I'd love to see that. Ronda couldn't revive a Pop-Tart, you creeps. Brock is 47 soon. So Brock's turned 47 this year, so 48. Imagine him making a walk. Well, he'll still then technically be 47 then, right? When is UFC 300? I don't know when that's going to fall, but next year sometime. Age has not been a friend to Ronda. 2 old ladies. I eat my pills with my nose. Legit, I'll be gone soon. I just need to know if you're legit or not. No BS. Thank you for sharing that. Ronda is pregnant. I don't think she's pregnant now. Is she? I don't know. That squashes that whole conversation. Let's go. We get many over the hill lady fights. It's soon. March, April next year. Okay, so Brock will be 47. How about Travis Brown comes back? I say Travis Brown versus Brendan Schaub too, on the same card as Ronda Rousey versus... One's in the chat if you want to see Travis Brown fight Brendan Schaub again. Both retired. I'll just drop a 1. I would like to see that. I'm in. Boom. 1. I would see that. I would watch that immediately. Watch Travis Brown knock fucking Schaub out again. Give me that. Dude, could you imagine that now? Now we're talking, right? We're talking. Ronda returning, the ex-boyfriend Brendan Schaub fighting Ronda's new husband or existing husband. Come on, give it to me, Papa. Give me the dicey. Let's go. UFC 300. Yes, I want the circus, baby. Give it to me. Make it a fucking card of nonsense. Bring back Mark Hunt, the guy that was suing the UFC, to fight Brock again, rematch Brock Lesnar. I would like to see that. Let's go. I wouldn't like to see that fight. That fight was terrible. Forget it. Who you want to see Brock Lesnar fight? Do you want to see a rematch? Do you want to see him fight someone in the heavyweight division now? Do you want to see Brock Lesnar versus John Jones? Who would you like to see Brock Lesnar? Let's have some fun here before we wind this party down. Who would you like to see Brock Lesnar fight if he returned for one more in the UFC? Immediate title shot? John Jones? Lesnar versus Chuck Liddell? Oh, God. You want to see a murder? But then we would have to listen to the fights before the hype. I'm good. Undertaker. No one. Brock DC. You want to see DC to come back? Yeah, Brock is 46, but he'll be 47 for UFC 300. Spring chicken. He's in great shape. Mark Hunt rematch. I was saying that in the beginning, trolling around, but I got to be honest with you, that first fight was so bad. So I'm good. Black Beast. Mark Hunt. Cejudo and Demetrius Johnson at the same time. If Brock had a fight, now he would get smashed. Brock Lesnar versus the entire USADA offices. Randy Couture had that fight, but Lesnar cheated and grabbed the cage. Mark Hunt, but Hunt gets the juice. None for Brock. So a juiced up Hunt. Brock has to be tested and clear. Travis Brown is a dud. No sell. Ben Rothwell would. You want to see a Ben Rothwell rematch against? No. Honestly, listen. I love, of course, Ben Rothwell. I'm always team Ben Rothwell. But Travis Brown, the man who finished SCHAUB, one of the other guys that finished SCHAUB, is the current husband of Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, the ex. I mean, come on. Brendan Schaub's first stand-up special had a whole segment about Travis Brown. Like, there was a whole bit. Like, I think the finale of his set was about Travis Brown. Dude, I would watch that 100%. I'm in. Let's go. Look at the card in Discord. Have you seen that yet? Wait, what card in Discord are you talking about? What card on Discord? Right off the bat, the main event is just fucking stupid. You see, Khabib wants $5 million to like do a grappling fight with St. Pierre. He wants to get paid $5 million to do it. Oh my God, that's a bunch of nonsense. Jones versus Ngannou, not going to happen, right? I mean, you might be able to do a Makhachev versus Volkanovski 2. Adesanya Whitaker 3. I mean, Whitaker just lost. Nate Diaz is not in the UFC. We don't know if Conor's going to come back. No, this is a hot mess. This whole thing's a hot mess, this card. What's going on here? Who put this thing together? What knucklehead put that together? Someone find them, drag them out back, and put them out of their misery. All right, guys, here's the deal. What I want you to do is in the comments section, when this thing is wind down, I want to know your fantasy UFC 300 card. It could be existing fighters, or it could be someone that is dead, or it could be someone that's retired, whatever, or it could be celebrities. I don't give a shit. Put it in the comments section down below. I want to know who you want on UFC 300. I thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for all the likes. Make sure you do like this stream, you share this stream, and support our show. I appreciate that. We'll see you tomorrow for the Contender Series, and don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole. Good night.